Welcome all of you to How Your Business Can Rock YouTube with Josh Oakes. So just a real quick introduction. You've already heard from me. I'm just your SEMRush webinar host. My name is Peter Starr Northrop one more time. Our guest speaker today, our content hero today, is Josh Oakes. He's the founder and leader at MediaLeaders.com as well as SafeSmartSocial.com. He is a content marketing and social media master. He is an expert at training kids and parents on how to interact responsibly on social media. He's also the author of Light, Bright, and Polite, making him an expert on how people of all ages should promote and interact with each other on social media. He got his social media chops at Disney, and his social media marketing skills are so strong that they nearly won him an incredibly close political race in Los Angeles against an incumbent mayor. So Josh Oakes, I'm so happy to have you here today. Could not be more excited for this. So Josh Oakes, again, I'm super excited to welcome everyone to How Your Business Can Rock YouTube with Josh Oakes. You ready to take this away, Josh?
I am indeed. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much. All right, well, welcome everybody. My name is Josh Oakes. I'm coming at you live from Santa Monica, California, and I'm so honored to be here today. I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes a bunch of tactical tips that I've used to grow my business. Now, I'm not going to give you a bunch of buzzwords. Today, I want to teach you exactly what we're doing to grow a business that we launched. So first, you should be asking, why content marketing, Josh? How does this actually do anything? A lot of people come to me with that question. I want to show you that, one, we're all content marketers, and I'm going to teach you exactly why and how this is important for your business. Number two, marketing happens through relationships, not products. And I want to show you how YouTube helps us to develop more relationships through loyalty. Next, video marketing doesn't require fancy equipment. In fact, you probably in your pocket or sitting to the left or the right of you, you have the world's most fancy device called an iPhone or an Android. And that is the only device you need to do what I'm going to show you how to do. Next, so much of your content should be given away for free. I hope that today you call me that I have a crazy idea, that knowledge should be free, that you should be giving it away. Back in the day, they used to talk about a sales funnel. Today, we're going to talk about a knowledge funnel. I am going to show you that every single one of your ideas and frequently asked questions, as long as it's not secret sauce inside of Coca-Cola or something like that, that you should be giving it away and sharing it with people to build loyalty. And it will actually be a little bit better sometimes than going and buying PPC ads, because you'll get discovered on YouTube. Next, we're going to make some rules today and a formula, but please be fine with breaking them. And what I mean by breaking them is modifying the tips that I give you today so that they work with your business. And indeed, I have a very good feeling that these will work with your business. They work in just about every industry. So here's what we're going to cover today. I've got 7 tactical tips and examples in between each one. One, we're going to build loyalty by helping your audience solve problems with video. We're going to show you how we do that. Number 2, how to create teachable moments every week. I truly believe in this. I think it's a little forward thinking, but you're going to see more companies come around to this. Number 3, turn annoying customers into inspiration. You're going to see how I try and be light, bright, and polite and take the ones that ask us the silliest questions and go, well, you know what? Maybe other people have those questions, and I'll show you how to create content around those annoying customers. Number 4, why testimonials videos will help you stand out. And you know what? They're going to help you compete with some of the world's biggest brands. I do this each and every day with simple testimonial videos using that amazing device that's in your pocket or sitting on your desk. How to get your solutions in front of your prospects when they're searching. This is item number 5. I'll show you just a couple little tips on how not to title your videos and how to title your videos. Number 6, why call to actions are really important and how to create them in YouTube very simply. You don't have to have an expensive marketing department, but I'm just going to show you a few simple things and how we track them and what you can learn from us. And number 7, this really comes down to the wire. Well, I'm going to show you how we tie our content marketing and how you can too into your website to make you the leader in your industry, your segment, in whatever you're doing. I want your customers to come to your page, and I want them to make sure they say, wow, you shine online. You've helped me with all this stuff. I can't afford not to work with you. All right, let's go to the next page, Peter. So first of all, we're going to build loyalty by helping your audience with video. Now, first of all all of your content should, if you're probably asking yourself, Josh, what content should I create? YouTube is not the right fit for me. Well, probably at first that's what most people say. But what I want you to consider doing is making all of your content answer questions. What kind of questions, Josh? Well, we're going to talk about how my staff did this with my new business. And then we're going to take it to the next level by making sure that our answers are future-proof. And future-proof meaning they'll last a year, 2 years. And we make sure that we design it not with something that lasts just this week, but it helps people. And genuinely, when we answer people's questions, it's going to go help them. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. For example, let's go take a look at the example that we have right here. Now, this is one of the videos that we help parents with, and you're going to go ahead and play it. And if you guys can hear it, you can go ahead in the chat box. But look in the upper right, it says subscribe and watch more video guides. This is what we have this is what we have on YouTube. And as you scroll through it, a lot of parents have issues with these different guides, and we're going to show you how we tie this together on our website. But this is the Omegle app. The Omegle app is a little bit of a cyberbullying style app. It has a lot of creepy stuff in it. And so what we tell people is we titled the video, "What is the Omegle app?" because we know that that's what people are searching for, and it's the quickest way to help them. So we shoot this actually, it looks like it's a 3-minute video. We always keep them less than 5 minutes. And in this case, I'm going to teach you how to make them 1 minute. But we answer the important things. We say, what is their motto? How does it work? Why should parents worry? And we answer all these things. The only topic, how to use it. And while we're doing that, look at the little pop-ups and all these different little things, and we'll show you how those work in the future. And these videos get discovered. In fact, this video probably has hundreds and hundreds of views. Some of our videos that are very simple. What is this app? Or what is this? No matter what industry you're in, people have these questions. And we make sure we make a video about it. Now, if you're in the laundromat business, and perhaps nobody in this is in the laundromat business, but I think we've all had our clothes laundered. Maybe somebody has a question. How do I get spaghetti out of a white shirt? I've got a stain. You can make a video just like this that says, these are the 3 ways you can do that. And it could be with X, Y, and Z. And I think one of them is white wine, one of them is this, and one of them is this. You can make a video that's 1 minute long to teach people. So this is an example of our frequently asked questions, and there's other ones. Okay, so that was an example of number 1, how to build loyalty by helping our audience with video. And we created content to answer questions, and we took it to the next level to make sure it had a 1 to 2 year lifespan. Now we're going to go to number 2. How to create teachable moments every week. Now, this is something I believe in at MediaLeaders.com, because what we do here at Media Leaders is we're always turning around, and rather than trying to just pitch big brands, we turn around and we figure something out and we teach it to people. So every time we face a frustration at work, that's an opportunity for inspiration. And anytime we solve a problem, that's a video. So on the Media Leaders side, if ever we break something and we figure out how to fix it, we're always shooting a video. And if there's ever a question on our kids' side, which is Safe, Smart, Social, if a parent comes to us and asks that question, that's an opportunity for inspiration. Now we're going to jump over to an example and show you how that works. So here is an example. We're going to, your Facebook online reputation can help or hurt your future. Now this is a frustration. A lot of people have a question. Josh, is Facebook going to help? Is it going to hurt? And you can go ahead and mute the video. And what we did is we just said, you know what? This is a frustration. I keep getting this question, and we learned how it can actually help you. So what are we covering? And this video goes through exactly how people can learn how Facebook can help them get into college and get a job. It's kind of a positive one, and it gives you a bunch of tactical tips for parents and kids. And we walk people through this, how real names work and fake names and all this stuff. A bunch of questions that they have. So that's how we create teachable moments every day. I wanted to teach one of my customers, and I decided, wait, why don't we just make this for all of our customers? If you spend an extra 30 minutes to an hour answering the question via video, my friends, you have something now that puts you ahead of every other business, probably in the whole world. Because I could one-on-one show people, well, colleges like these posts, and I could help kids one-on-one. But don't you think it's a better use of my time to show kids this video, which could get tens of thousands of hits, and it could show them, okay, this is what selfies look like. Is this narcissistic? Is this good for you? Does it look good? A throwback Thursday, #drunk. Is this good for you? It's better that I put this on YouTube and help thousands of people. This comes down to me helping people. Oh, and by the way, I build loyalty at the same time. So that's one of those frustrations when I don't have much time, but I'd rather spend an extra hour to help thousands of people and make it available to them. And then these videos end up making my life easier to market myself online. And you can see some of these sample stuff. Now, a lot of you know that some of this is really bad. And this last one that is a post, I got hired, first day was yesterday. I hated that because of the location. This person posts something negative. You know, these kinds of things one-on-one are great, and you're probably good at selling your product one-on-one. But why not take that one-on-one sales process, turn it into a video, and make sure thousands of people can learn from that and genuinely help them? All right, let's dive over onto the next one, which is turning annoying customers into content inspiration. And this is where, well, this is fun. This ends up helping you grow your business instead of getting frustrated. Now, they don't call them FAQs for nothing, people, and that means FAQs stands for frequently asked questions. So if people have a bunch of frequently asked questions like, hey, Josh, what about, is Instagram good for my kid? Or, hey, Josh, a lot of people tell me that starch is bad for my shirt. Or, Josh, everybody tells me that because you're a gardener, Josh, or you sell this gardening product, everybody tells me that this kind of sod is the best for my lawn, but it's bad for my dog, right? And if people always have these 20 or 30 questions you end up answering anyways. If these annoying customers call and you're like, oh my God, this person has no idea how my business works, they're one of the only 3 that keeps asking this, what an idiot. If you find yourself saying, what an idiot, and no, I try not to do that, I'm light, bright, and polite, but I always look at the staff in the office and I go, oh my gosh, this person has this question. I end up turning that into inspiration, and I structure my content in a way that helps my neediest customers. So these people end up getting an answer in a video. Now, here's the nice thing about this. We're going to show you an example, but what we're going to do is if somebody has a question like, Josh, do you speak to adults or do you just speak to kids? Or what about this? Or does the way you teach kids to log in and log out via Google, does that only work if you have it only works if you have a Gmail address, right? I write all of those down, all those silly questions that I think where people are either trying to game the system or it was a dumb question, some might ask. But we say, no, it's not a dumb question. It might be in other people's minds, and we go make a video. Let's go ahead and jump over to the turn annoying questions into example. Now, here's a great example. What does Harvard want? Oh yeah, we're going to jump over to LinkedIn for teens. Yeah, let's jump over to that. And one of the questions is, the silly question is, well, LinkedIn is only for professionals and all this stuff. Well, good question. Let's make a video about it. Let's just show people that 14 and above, you can all of a sudden now, you can, why LinkedIn? And you can all of a sudden now help people understand that if you're 14 or above, you should consider putting your kids on LinkedIn in a very careful manner. They should share all of their projects they're working on in school. They should share their volunteer activities. There's very little cyberbullying. And then you know what? People always ask why and what is it and when should you join? So we put all these silly questions in our videos to really build rapport with people. So if anybody ever asks, oh, my kid should never be on LinkedIn because they're too young. Well, it's actually 14 and above. That's the age. You can start building a personal brand on LinkedIn. So I encourage you, my friends, turn those annoying customers to, I want you to do this old school. If you get an annoying question in your office on the phone, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a Post-it like I do. If I took a picture in my office, you'd think I was crazy. I have Post-its all over, and they're grouped together on the wall, on the computer screen. And I take the annoying questions and I throw them on a wall. And then when we go make a video, we go, hey, these are all the silly questions people had, but if they have those questions, other people do too. Let's decide which ones are helpful. So that was number 3, turning annoying customers into content inspiration so you don't have to get on the phone with them. And you can instead send them a video to educate them. Because my friends, the goal here is to make sure that we take your time and we multiply it if you will, and make sure that thousands of people can learn from your knowledge. You have a ton of knowledge in your business, around your industry, and I want to make sure that you can genuinely help thousands of people by spending 30 more minutes making a silly video saying, hey, I'm a laundromat, or hey, I'm a pizza joint. Now, we're going to talk about this in a little while, how to tie it all together and help people. But all these silly questions about what is gluten-free pizza, does it really do this, this, and this? You've got that answer. Let's go create some videos around it. All right, so that was number 3, turning annoying customers into content inspiration. Take your FAQs. Let's look at item numero 4, number 4, why testimonials are a huge help. First of all, before I get into these bullets, I have to tell you, one of the best sales tools, I put this in my first book, Light, Bright, and Polite, number 1, the blue book. After I ran for politics, I realized that the only thing that got me close within 350 votes to beating out my friend, who's now my dear friend, he's a mayor, former mayor of Hermosa Beach, California, a suburb, was I had a ton of testimonials, video and on my website, and I knew how to go get people to say nice things about me. Well, guess what? You need these too. And it doesn't just have to be on Yelp. It needs to be in video. What do people think about you? So why testimonials? 1, they're easy to create, and I'm going to show you when and how to create them. Number 2, it boosts your engagement because people like to watch other people talking about you. It's almost better than Kim Kardashian. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is dramatic because it's people talking about people, and it's all silly. But guess what? People love hearing people talk about your business because they can be talking about the intricacies. And when they're not paid to talk about it, it's like a TV show. It's like, what? It's reality TV all over again. All right, next, you can get more customer questions. I'm going to show you an example, though. Let's dive on over, Peter, please, to either the page or a video. Now, here's an example of 2 awesome, adorable moms. I was speaking in Southern California at this really neat school, and they came up to me at the end of the speech, and they said, I loved what you said, Josh. You helped us go from confused to comfortable. In that speech, you worked so hard for 90 minutes, and you probably need a nap now, Josh, but we see and we love what you did to teach us. I said, that was the sweetest thing you've ever said. I've ever heard. Would you mind saying that on video to help other parents understand why they should attend these parent events so we can teach them how to keep their kids safe and smart on social media? I asked these nice women, I said, would you stand over here by the wall? I'm going to turn my iPhone 6 on, and you all have an iPhone or an Android. I know that for a fact. Very few of you have a flip phone. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here at the SEMRush webinar to look at these videos. And I asked them, I said, okay, I'm going to count down to 3, and I want you to then say, please, tell me exactly what you just told me and help other parents. And they went on and on for about 1 minute. Peter, roll over this. Tell me how long it is. It's about a minute. It's a minute and 30 seconds, and it is the best marketing minute and 30 seconds. This is better than thousands of dollars of carefully crafted videos with professional voiceover artists. These are real moms talking about my service. Now, I want to take it to the next level. We're going to talk about tying it in, but I end up getting one of these at every speech. I either get my client, which is a principal at a school, a superintendent of a school. Those are the B2B client. Look how adorable these ladies are. This is my best thing. That is my sales pitch. I get a principal, which is the B2B customer, or I get the principal's parents, the parents of the kids, and I try and get one every time. Even if I speak for free or help somebody, I always come away with, if somebody was genuinely helped, I always come away with, if they come up and compliment me, I say, that is the nicest thing that I could receive, and I would really appreciate it if you could help other parents by telling them what you just said on video. Would you feel comfortable if I pulled out my camera and shot this on video for 30 seconds? Can you say exactly the same thing you just said? Would you feel comfortable? And I'll tell you what, 60% of the time they say yes. 20 to 30 to 40% of the time they go, oh, no, not me, not me. And then their friend next to them will say, no, you should help Josh out because he did work really hard for us. And you know what? That was a good speech and you're fine. You look great. No, you look fine. And they go, oh no, it's at the end of the day. I don't feel comfortable. And their friend ends up throwing them on camera and forcing them to do it. And it ends up helping me so much. And that's exactly what happened with those moms. The one friend said, no, we're going to do this. These people, other parents need to know about this guy, Josh, helps kids shine online. And this is an important topic. Okay, so we just showed you testimonials. You can do this any day. Let's jump on to the next page. Show me the data. Now, data is fun because many of us, about 39% of us on this video have 0 to 5 videos. If you have 0 videos, it is really easy. Please don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated by these numbers. I started with 0 videos, and I was a corporate consultant to businesses, and my little staff here were teaching them how to use email marketing and social media. I dove in and said, I'm going to build my own brand, and I'm going to shoot so many videos and give all my content away and I'm going to use it as a case study. Hence why we're here. What we're looking at right now, and those of you that 74% of us have a budget of $0 to $1,000. So you need to be watching this because I've spent $0 on this. So watch this. Performance. You're looking at last year's data. I decided not to use this year's data. So January 1st, 2014 to December 31st. If you look at the performance, you see how I started off with very few videos. And then all of a sudden I started making a video a week or 2 or maybe 2 videos a month. And all of a sudden it started building up, 31,000 views. So last year, 31,000 views, that's at least 15,000 people, maybe 10,000 people. So 10,000 people were helped by my videos. And I spent 30 minutes extra just shooting these videos instead of just getting on the phone with people and thinking through my questions so they were helpful. 107,000 minutes watched. Now, do you think that I actually have a huge budget to do this? No, I just make it available. Now, notice how total estimated earnings is 0. What does that mean, Josh? That means, and I want to give all of you a little tactical tip. This is my belief, okay? If your video is helpful and it's in line with your business, if it's in line with your sales process or helping people, consider turning off monetization. And it doesn't turn on by default. Those of you that are 0 to 5 videos, 39 to 40% of us, don't try and say, oh, I'll make $1 million off of shooting my FAQ videos. No, in fact, I would argue you turn them off because my speaking fee is actually thousands of dollars. And there are some videos that I have monetization turned on as a test, but it is, I get, after 20,000 views, I probably get $30. And it actually keeps people from watching it if they have to watch an ad in the beginning. Therefore, they're not helped. Therefore, their loyalty isn't built and stuff like that. Okay, engagement, 94 likes last year. It's actually going up drastically. This is a logarithmic scale. Dislikes, 51. I'll tell you why there's a lot of dislikes. Don't be intimidated. I help parents understand the cyberbullying aspects behind these. Kids have discovered me online and they said, hey, what kind of adult makes videos teaching people what bad apps are about? You're telling my parents stuff I don't want them to know. I use this app because it's fun and only 2 of my friends have gotten cyberbullied. So kids will dislike me. I'm actually one of the more disliked people on the web by these kids that are punks. So I'm not saying they're punks right now in their life. They're like, hey, I wanted some freedom to do this stuff. So the dislikes are rare. Most people will not dislike your video if it's short and helpful. In fact, most parents say, fly to my side of the country, help us. 121 comments, that's where people either love me or hate me. And usually, I'd say 100 of those people love me and 21 kids are saying, don't share this with my parents. And then 34 shares and 108 videos and 116. And then look at the bottom down there, the Yik Yak guide, 9,000 views at the bottom down there. It says Yik Yak app. A parent's social media safety guide. I made the title a little too long, but look at that carefully. You've got Secret app, Yik Yak app, How Teens Get in Trouble, Snapchat. These are last year. Now Yik Yak has 15,000 views. Just in the last 3 or 4 months, it's got another 5,000. And it's been helpful to many, many people. We're going to talk about call to actions later and stuff. But all right, show me the data. Let's go to the next one. So let's talk about how to get your solutions in front of your prospects when they are searching. I want to talk to you about competitive intelligence. Josh, that's a big buzzword. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. Here's what it means. Go watch your competitors' videos. Go watch their videos. Go look at their website. Figure out what keywords works. Just go out there. Use SEMRush. Go use tools available to you to just do a little bit of work. Go play around. It's actually some of the best internet marketers go play on the web and they write things down. They go, well, that's interesting. Next, do a little bit of keyword research for your meta tags, right? Keyword research is key. It's very, very important. We'll talk about what not to put. And then also don't use cliche titles like hot whatever video thing number 12 or cyber safety video number 12 or Josh Oakes tips, right? Because who's searching for that stuff? Nobody. Be helpful in your video titles. We're going to look at that here. You just saw that in the past. It said Yik Yak app. Yik Yak's one of the top cyberbullying apps out in the last 2 years. We put Yik Yak app dash parent social media safety guide, 15,000 views. Now, could we have made it even more perfect? Maybe, but you know what? I'm a normal guy. You are all, I hope so, normal people. You don't have millions of dollars to spend probably on video marketing. I don't either. I want to make lots of helpful videos. I want to make sure people realize that that what they're about to watch in the title is exactly in tune with that. So don't make it a video that is random. Like if you shoot a video on your iPhone and you instantly upload it and you keep the name of the video as video number 00014532 iPhone. That doesn't help people. You want to change it to really helpful. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So the next is embedding works too. And these are some of the stats that I have from our embedded videos. Once again, I have nothing to hide. This is, I think, last year's data too. Look in the upper left, top geographies, United States, United Kingdom, Canada. This is the very basic overview. It gets so detailed. I've got people in Russia watching my videos. I've got people in South America. Somebody in Italy reached out to me and said, Josh, we want to fly you to our university and talk about Light, Bright, and Polite in English, and we'll do a live translation because they saw my videos. And yes, I want to go to Italy. I'm dying to do that. And I want to go to Hawaii for work. And this is the way to do it, is embedding your videos and creating videos that can get discovered. Okay, discovery on the bottom. Look, YouTube watch page, 75% of people find my videos through the searching on YouTube. And then 22% of them are through our email list. They come back and they learn about our site. So we do a lot of SEO. Both in YouTube and on our site on-page SEO by embedding videos and creating cool content. My friends, you should not look at just one of these. It's like trying to be healthy. You don't just say, oh, I'll eat right. No, you kind of have to exercise. Oh, I'll just exercise. No, you kind of have to eat right. And you also have to eat right, exercise, eat the right quantity. I mean, it's all about this thing. And you know what? Embedding is just one piece of it, but I want you to know that embedding your videos into your site makes it available. We're going to look at that here in just a sec. Why is it so? Let's move on to number 6. Why is it so important, Josh, to create powerful calls to action? What does this mean, Josh? This is overwhelming. All right, content is worthless unless it helps your bottom line. Now, those of you that are business people, which we all pretty much are, if we're internet marketers, we're business people. We need to know that we help people, and then we give them the opportunity, if they do wish to put a call to action at the end so that we can help them even more by buying our service, our product, or learning more. Call to actions, the second bullet says it must draw attention and must be clear. Title slides help so much. I'm going to show you an actual title slide from my videos that we can go look at. But first, let's look at annotations. There's 2 ways to tie in a call to action in your video. One is annotations. And remember in the beginning, those annotations that it says subscribe and click here on our videos? Let's go back over to that. One of those videos had an annotation, Peter, if you don't mind. Let's show one of those videos. Yeah, these are annotations. So go back just a little or press play just a little bit. And what is the Omegle app? You see that in the upper right? Subscribe and watch more video guides. And then if we keep playing, there'll be another one. Go down to the end here real quick if you don't mind. And let's the very, very end, we'll have a bunch of annotations. There you go. Okay, these are annotations, guys. Check this out. Josh, how do you get so many people to drive back to your site after you help them? Well, I tell them, I say, hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. And you can click on item number 1 to request a social media safety school assembly. That's our revenue generator. Number 2, to join this social media coach club to help your kids. Number 3, to buy my new book. We also have, usually these days, number 4 helps them, some of our newer videos. Number 4, to read this blog post on our website. And then we sometimes do number 5 to watch all of our app videos. And then if they click on safesmartsocial.com, it goes back as well. Sometimes we also highlight the video. Now, those are called annotations. What does that mean, Josh? That means you can create a box that floats anywhere. Annotations typically only work on desktop videos. Let's talk about them right now and look how very popular they've been just this year alone. Now, on the left, Safe Smart Social is the name of the kids program. This year, January 1st to April 19th, which was 4 days ago, we had 271 people clicking in our videos, okay, that big click box. Click-through rate is 0.68%. Not the best in the whole world, but not bad. 1,000 of them closed it, and we're starting to get better. Here's a tactical tip. When you put them way at the beginning, like we were doing in the beginning, it says, subscribe and learn more. It actually upsets people. So we learned to turn those off. The very, very beginning one in the first 5 seconds, don't do that. Win people over with your content. And then 15 seconds, 20, 30 seconds in, say, hey, subscribe here, do this, go here, right? Close rate, 3.8%. They're closing the first one. They hated that one. I learned, I'm telling you, don't stumble like me. Let's look at the Burn Book app way up in the upper top on the right. That video Burn Book app, this is a new one we made a couple weeks ago. It has received 2,500 to 3,000 views, 120 clicks. Now, we can't do this here, but if you were to click on that and go into the analytics, you can find exactly the annotation they clicked on the most. The analytics are free to you to use. They're amazing. The Yik Yak app got 15 to 16,000 views over the last while. It's got 36 click-throughs. The click-through rate, 70%. You can see all this data. It's pretty awesome. You can also see how to get teens in trouble on Facebook. If you go halfway down, 214 closes. That's massive. People hate something on that. If you go over to the right, that 214, people hate that thing, right? The close rate is 22%. People are really disliking that annotation. So I need to learn as a marketer, and sometimes I don't, So there you go. There's a little bit about annotations and how great they are, but the problem is they end up only working on desktop. But guess what the world's going to? We're going to mobile. So let's talk next about how cards work. Cards are really versatile. They were just invented recently, or they're in beta mode. Now, this is not the world's best example, but April 1st to April 19th, some of our videos are really helpful to people, and we put this little baby card in the upper right of our videos. Josh, what is a card? A card is way in the upper right, and I'm wondering if we have a video of one of these. Yeah, cards demo. Great. This is great. Peter, you're amazing. All right, so when we click on this in February, and as you're watching, this works on mobile. You see that little eye in the upper right, everybody? As we click on this and you click on, the eye is always there, and then sometimes as we play it, it pops out and it says, click right here, and there's all kinds of different cards you can put in there, but the key is it works at a certain time like annotations do. It does a little textual call out, and then what it also does is it puts these little tiny call to actions on the right. If you click on it, it works desktop and mobile. Cards of the future. And it really lets you go through a menu of links. It's hard to see there, but normally there's a menu of here's the next call to action, the next. So we're starting to put more and more cards in there because more and more of our people are watching our videos on their mobile devices. And I really want that mobile call out because annotations don't work as much. Okay, so cards, you look at the top, newsletters at the start time of 4 minutes, we got a card click, right? These are small numbers, but guess what? I'm gonna blow these numbers through the roof, my friends. You better believe that if I'm getting these many views and I'm helping this many people, I'm gonna use cards to the best of my ability. Look at the 9.9 card click-through rate on the left. That's small now, but you see how people are clicking on it in the upper right? And then there's another one that we could probably click on in the future and say, what's our mobile versus desktop? And these are all stats that are going to come up. We're on the bleeding edge of this. It still says beta in the back end for cards in YouTube. So it's pretty awesome that we're getting the chance to test this out. You have this available too. All right, let's move on. So cards, you got to use annotation, use cards. Start with cards first if you want to. And now, let's talk about becoming an industry leader by knitting it all together on your site. We're going to tie together everything. So I'm going to show you parts of my site. A single editable page becomes a great resource. So what does that look like? Well, let's dive on into a quick example. This is SafeSmartSocial.com. This is our kids program. So if you go to SafeSmartSocial.com and you click on Parent App Guide in the upper right, as you can see, I put a big, beautiful video there. And this video is a homework assignment before I come to your school to speak to all your parents. All these silly questions that people have and all this exhausting 45 minutes of bringing people up to speed on the good and bad apps, which is their favorite part. I let them watch a video before I ever come. This is the best content available that I get paid for. And guess what, my friends? All of you on this webinar should know that I give my best content available for free. I blow all the other social media safety speakers out of the water because they end up going, wow, Josh is such a resource. This website has 100 videos that keep kids safe. And when people have an exhausting question, question, my competitors send people to my site to help. What do you think that does for me? They go, well, you know what? You made this video. So here's one page where they can visit it and you play it and all kinds of cool stuff happens. Let's scroll down one. Now, as you're scrolling down, the video explains how to use the page. And it's actually a very long video that I require parents to watch. And some parents raise their hand in the back of the room. They go, I watched that video and it made me feel comfortable, Josh. It was great. These are the green zone. And I teach people, you know, your business, pizza joint, you could be a laundromat, you could be a car dealership. I don't care what you're doing. You could be selling memberships to something. You have a lot of knowledge, and I came up with these formulas. In my industry, I have green zone apps. These are the good apps. Here's the few apps we consider to be safe for teens and tweens. And I want you to come up with your own formulas and give them away in a video on your site. Use video marketing to explain how it works. So these are the thumbs up green zone. Let's go to the next one. These are the gray zone. These apps can be good and bad for your teens. They're video or they're chat or they're a little bit anonymous. And I walk people through the gray zone. I go, look, your kids, you should fight your kids less on the green zone. Your kids want to be on Twitter? Be on Twitter with them. Colleges discover them on Twitter. Here's the 4 or 5 ways why Twitter should be one of the green zone apps. The gray zone, you must have a talk with your kids. If they're Kick Messenger, Uvo, Snapchat, these are apps kids want to be on, they're dying to be on, but you must know that they can go very, very wrong. Now let's go down to the red zone. Now, at the end of the gray zone, here's the apps we consider not to be safe for teens and tweens. Now, you, whatever business you're in, my friends, you have these kinds of, okay, you want to use starch only on these shirts. You want to eat the pizza in this way on this thing. And here's how real Italy makes pizza. And we do this one tactic to be more Italian. And these are the different kinds of pizzas that are good and bad for you, whatever it is. You get the point. These apps are very bad. These are the apps we do not recommend for teens and tweens. These apps usually have an inappropriate and unmoderated set of content. Also, they lend themselves to cyberbullying. I let people know right up front. Oh, and by the way, look, I'm advertising next to the apps about other apps. Look at that over there. And these are all video marketing. Very simple little graphics I use. By the way, do I have a graphics department that I pay a lot of money to? No. I have a team in the office that uses, no matter what SlideShare program you use, whether it's Google presentations or anything on your Mac or PC or PowerPoint, we take screen grabs of our PowerPoint or Google presentation slides, and that's how we build most of our graphics. It's scrappy. All right, let's move on to the next page. And as you keep scrolling down, by the way, as you can see, there's even a call to action at the bottom. So let's look at this real quick. Let's go back one slide, Peter, just one slide. As you scroll down, we have a ton of bad apps that we want people to learn about. They're in alphabetical order. If you click on any one, if you click on Street Chat, which we don't do, you can click on the Street Chat word or the Street Chat logo, and guess what it does? It takes you to our site, another page, where then you can watch a video about it. So right in the middle of that page, the Street Chat, every one of these links goes to a page where video marketing is embedded into our site to help the very people that we want to help, which are parents. Teachers see this and they go, whoa, I got to get you in front of all of our parents because they are on me about keeping our kids safe, and us as schools, we need resources. And Josh, you've helped us so much. I send people to your site because you're answering all of our questions and you're doing research and you're spending an extra hour to create a video to educate thousands of people. Josh, please fly to New York from LA, teach our students. I go to Denver, Detroit, Florida. I've just got an email to go to Texas. I'm dying to go to Hawaii. These videos, my friends, build rapport. I don't care what business you're in. I'm sorry I'm so pumped up because this is so much fun. Okay, next slide, please, Peter. Great. At the bottom of this page, do you think this is valuable for other parents and teachers? Use the share buttons. Look, I got this page is pretty new. 61 tweets, 48 likes, 7 shares on LinkedIn. One mom pinned it. Oh, by the way, we added a pin button because we saw moms were going to Pinterest and sharing our videos. And we went, what? So, and then at the bottom, do you want to start a social media dialogue with students? Fill out the info below. Tons of people. We call that the CTA below the content, the horizontal CTA. Send me the tips. I need their first name, their email, and their zip code. And I think that I have 90. I put that into effect 2 months ago. Thanks to all of our videos, we get people opting into our site. It is awesome. I'm so pumped. Okay, let's go to the next page.
Back up. Josh, thank you so much for the amazing, just revelatory presentation. Just so fun. We talked a lot about how to get these testimonials, and we have a lot of questions about testimonials. My first one was, though, is timing really important when it comes to getting these testimonials? Have you found that, if you don't get it immediately after your presentation or immediately after they get excited about your product, you're going to have a harder time getting those testimonials from people making that ask?
I'd like to give you a really tactical answer to that question, if you don't mind. And can we dive over to the web and go to Safe Smart Social and show you the testimony? I think testimonials are one of the most powerful parts of this.
Certainly.
And if you don't mind, if I was going to Safe Smart Social, go to the top and click on Social Media Assembly, right there. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to scroll down a little bit to the testimonial section. I want to talk about testimonials while we're doing that. So go down a little bit more. You'll see a lot of videos together right here. Okay, so do you see these videos? These are our B2B testimonials. At the end of the presentation, here's what happens, my friends. People say, and these are principles. It doesn't matter what business you're in. And do I consider myself normally an educator? No, but it turns out we have a service that meets their needs. At the end of this, principals and educators say, wow, that was great. The kids were listening, or the parents loved it, or this was great. And the timing has to be perfect, and I call it the 30 minutes of love. And you're going to think I'm crazy, but I tell people and all of our clients, I say, look, people only love you for 30 minutes and then they move on with their life. They're busy. So when they're in love, and these people were in love with me right at the moment, they say, Josh, I'm so thankful for what you did to share your personal message with these people and your tactical tips on how these kids can do all this cool stuff and stay away from cyberbullying. That right when they say that, I go, wow, that's truly nice of you to say. Would you mind saying it on video? And it has to happen then. You have 30 within 30 seconds, ask them for it. Pull out your phone, know how to do this. Go to your phone video app. Practice this on your kids. Practice it on your spouse. Practice it on your employees. Force them to do it. Take testimonials and try it. I've got a whole blog post and video all about getting testimonials, and you basically count down to 3 and you say 3, 2, 1, and I click record on 1. And they go, and I smile, and I hold the camera right up in front of me, and I smile like crazy behind it so that they're either looking at me or the camera, and they know they should smile as well. So those are our B2B ones, and let's just scroll down just a little bit more just to talk about just one more part of this page, if you don't mind. Sorry, I'm so tactical right now, but these are other testimonials. Parents, which are the ends, the end users come up and say, that was really helpful, and I grab as much as I can their kind comments online. 90% of the time, they're perfect. Sometimes they're quiet or it doesn't feel like it's the right fit, but if you scroll down, there's probably a couple more too down there, I think, just a little bit more. But the point is, see this? And then one mom on the bottom right there, you can see, that video is all about her saying, guess what? You spoke to my kids this morning. My son, you spoke to me tonight. My son, since then, has already shown me a video that he posted on Instagram on how to shine online. Josh, he's using your tips. And I thought that was so nice that I asked her, I said, would you feel comfortable sharing that online? She said, Josh, I have a cold. I don't feel good. I don't want to do this. And I said, well, it would make a huge difference to other parents nationwide to know that they should bring me to their school. She said, all right, I'll do it. She did it. It was a great video, and I show it to people all the time. You can see her son shot a video of a rocket and says, thank you to my teacher for allowing me to do this school project. And the Instagram post uses exactly our formula. All right, so that's a little bit more about my nerdy testimonials, and it works like crazy. I always tell customers, those of you that are on this webinar, use my little silly sales tactic if you want. I tell customers, they ask a great question. They go, well, what do other people think about you? I go, well, look, don't trust what I say. Go to our website, watch what other moms and customers and people say. Go look at the written testimonials, the video testimonials, watch our content, go through our frequently asked questions section. Go make sure that you're comfortable with us. That's one of the nicest things customers like about us, is that I tell them, don't just trust me, but instead go trust what others say about me. And video marketing seems to be the secret there. If your customers love you, that is the time to ask for it, just to bring it full circle and answer your question.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that. Now, while we're talking about your testimonial process, I have a bit of a humdinger. 2 different Stevens have asked a similar question, and I think I might have an answer to this, but I want to hear yours first. Steve first asks, he wants to know how you can get testimonials when you don't even see your customers, because this guy runs a mail order business. So, like, he has never seen a customer's face. Well, except for
All
like
right,
a few
let's
times.
do this. I got a crazy idea. Let's go back to the site. Do you mind? I'll show you.
Let's go.
We've
Where
got a
is it?
chat box. So go to the front page, please. Go back up and click the home button, please. And let's go to the front page and show you. I've never seen this customer. Looking, scroll down just a little bit. Do you see the widget on the right? Right below it, in our chat box, I always put a testimonial below the widget. This woman I've never met, she showed up on our chat box. People might mail you letters. They might say this over the phone. But I stole Sally from Chicago's text because she in our chat box said, it randomly pops up and says, how can we help you? And it pings me only if I'm online. It pings them and stuff like that. It's a cool chat software. On the right, it says, see what library media specialists say about our videos. She says randomly to me, I've never met this woman. I didn't use her full name, but I figured out her name was Sally in Chicago. I just want to tell you what an awesome resource this is. I'm a library, blah, 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 blah. So no matter how you get it, use it. And show people this is what people say. If people aren't complimenting you, figure out ways that they can. Ask in your marketing, your direct response marketing, your mail order marketing, did you love this? Did you like it? When you upsell them, let's use the Zappos technique. When you say, hey, we're going to send you 2-day shipping for free or overnight shipping, they're going to go, oh my God, that's so nice. And go, well, that's so sweet that you like us. Do you mind if we put that on our website? So those are ways to get, even though you never meet your customer. I never met Sally.
So let's talk about strategies real quick, because a whole bunch of questions popped up where everyone has these kinds of text testimonials, but a whole bunch of people don't meet their customers, but they still want video testimonials. And I'm just thinking, can I ask a customer to just turn on their webcam and say some nice stuff? I can imagine that's not going to be as forceful. What do you think there?
Yeah, so here's a couple ideas. First of all, all of your customers have this device. If they're really in love with your product, there are ways to run sweepstakes to say, video how you use our product and why you like it. If you like our product, shoot a video on your iPhone or Android, send it in to us, make sure it's less than 60 seconds. We want to hear how and why you like it. We're going to enter to win a drawing of X, Y, and Z. Tactical tip for sweepstakes. Don't give away your product as the winner. Then people will avoid from buying the product. Instead, give away a Starbucks gift card, an Amazon gift card, a Target gift card. Give away a gift card that is a guilty pleasure, something really neat. Sometimes we do a Chromecast or an Apple TV, but give away something, say, hey, any of our customers that have bought this month, we're giving you the opportunity to set up your iPhone. It'll take and shoot a 60-second or less video, show the product and say why you like it or what your favorite feature is. And if you don't like it, tell us how to improve. But we're going to use the best ones. We're going to enter you to win, and one of you is going to win this XYZ product or gift card or something like that. Try that. Test it out. You might have to maybe it's a once a month occurrence this is more of a lifestyle and a culture. I do not believe I will ever stop trying to get great testimonials, because here's what happens. Some of our testimonials are getting so fine-tuned that when one of our big B2B customers that says, Josh, I want to fly you to New York or to Dallas, but you don't understand this is what our customers think. They're a little bit different. And I go, that's a great point. Let me send you a testimonial of somebody just like your customer. This is exactly a duplicate, and this is what they said about it. So the more you can get, this is just a lifestyle for me now that makes my business easier to market. Did that answer everybody's questions?
No, that did. That was awesome. Thanks so much. I think that nailed it to the back of the wall. We're just looking for ways to get video, and I like that idea of holding those contests. Again, like, give something people they want to earn, and that's going to help you. But another question about all these testimonials is, Ray and Julia and a whole bunch of other people brought up this kind of scary point. Do you even need to get people to sign release forms to have them make testimonials for your videos for YouTube?
Oh, such a good question. You probably should. I've never run into this problem because parents know that I genuinely care about their best interest, and sometimes you can give them something. I have never run into this problem. I've never had a parents know that I use this to help other parents, and because I'm so helpful. Now here, you probably should clear it with a lawyer. I'm going to be careful there. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm so helpful to my customers for free, and I tell every customer, you don't actually have to hire us. Go watch our frequently asked questions, run off into the world and do this without ever paying us. People like me so much, I have so much goodwill that in our a dozen to 24 testimonials that we have on our website, no one B2B customer or B2C customer has ever said, I don't feel comfortable with that. What they do say is, I am so thankful that you helped me and you wanted nothing in return, Josh, that other than me to tell other parents that I feel as though those words are very accurate because you caught me in the moment saying something nice about you that was truly, you didn't force me to do it, Josh. You said, when I came to you and was positive, you then said, will you please say that positive thing on video?
Awesome. I can dig that. Just a real quick shout out. We're getting a little hate in the questions. We keep saying iPhone and Android. People are like, "What about BlackBerry? The BlackBerry 10's awesome. It's got a great camera too, man." Like
BlackBerry's great too. You're right. I'm so sorry. I had BlackBerry for years, so I apologize for that.
All right, awesome. So here's another question that I have too, but it's coming up a bit every now and again. YouTube versus Vimeo. We got a lot of people on Vimeo these days. Do you have any experience using Vimeo at all? Would you recommend using it, or why not use it?
Vimeo's great, but here's what some of my friends have said, and I agree. When is the last time that your customer went on Vimeo to search for content? Now, here's what I mean. There's two reasons why I would not use Vimeo if you really want to get your content discovered. Number one, when you're in YouTube, it doesn't have recommended video, and you're on a topic, it recommends videos on the right side, and it's not going to recommend Vimeo videos. You see, the world watches YouTube. They go to YouTube to search. Number two, because YouTube just has a lot more viewership. In fact, it may have, quite frankly, it may have 1,000, I don't know. I can't even speculate. You guys can Google the difference, the size of videos and stuff, but why not go where the bigger fish, the bigger content is at, and the better. And then second, guess who owns YouTube? Google. Google owns YouTube, and where do people go with their questions? They go to Google. They don't go to Vimeo's search engine and it's built inside of it. So although Vimeo may in some cases have better video quality and some artists use it better because they really believe in it, and that's wonderful, I still believe that using YouTube, because we must please Google for SEO and SEM in the long run, we end up going straight to YouTube to do that. In the long run, it pays off, and it's free, and it's easy. And it's pretty awesome, and you have small call to actions. Those are my simple tips. You may have a better reason. I'd love to hear from you if you do have a better reason for Vimeo, but we made a decision to go straight to YouTube because we wanted to help as many customers as possible, and the quality difference wasn't that big of an issue for us.
Of course. And I'm going to jump back to testimonials real fast. Brittany had an amazing point. I just want to get it out there. We're talking about signing release forms and seeing if it's okay or not. I like your strategy, but Brittany offers a just in case. It bears mentioning that the first action anyone should ask in the consent situation is for you to take the video down. So if they say yes and they get the testimonial and they're like, I don't like this, just take it down, and that usually just solves the problem. If you
it does
quickly,
indeed.
Yeah.
100%.
So,
yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah,
and if I actually teach kids that if there's anything on the web that they don't like, just ask somebody to take it down, and 90% of the time they take it down. And we would never put anything up that was ever at all inappropriate or anybody felt uncomfortable about, because we want everybody to be our allies. So great work, Brittany. You're 100% right.
Okay. And getting back to Vimeo, just jumping back, Campbell, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. He's talking about how he agrees with you YouTube is more powerful, but does it help your website SEO to have content on both? Because it builds your backlink profile. And I think it does, but I do believe that links like YouTube and Vimeo are no-follow links, so it only helps your social awareness as opposed to your actual SEO awareness. But if you can speak to that, that'd be great too.
Yeah, and I never claim to be the world's best SEO person. I just know, and here's what I want to encourage everybody to do. The focus of this webinar is yet when you create quality content on the web that genuinely helps the end user, and video can do that, text can do that, testimonials, a website bringing it together that's editable, that's a great sales page. When you create quality content, as in my simple mind, that ends up pleasing Google and helping a lot. I'm not trying to sell anybody on anything. I don't have any secret stuff. I just try and help people. And we use YouTube because it's owned by Google, and it's just the easiest for Google to say, wow, this guy's got a big web, and we're tying everything together. And it's my 10-year long-term plan to make my business please the customer so much. And Google sees that, wow, you're helping the customers so much and you have so much content that we're going to put you towards the top. You are the authoritative leader on not only digital marketing, Josh, for MediaLeaders.com, but also social media safety for kids. And that ends up helping. You're right about the no follows and stuff. I don't ever game the system. I always fail at that. But when I help people, I end up reaping the rewards. In the long run, it takes an extra hour. It's the hard work. I've not shown you anything today that it is all gimmicky, but it's stuff that ends up working for my businesses very, very well. I hope that helps.
No, of course it does, of course. Another humdinger from Rebecca. She's making a video that's related to her web business, but she's asking if you take snippets from other sites, like for example the Muse or LinkedIn, you need to ask them before you post them to your site. I think she's talking about still images as opposed to video, because taking video from someone else's video and quoting it, that can get you in trouble, especially if you monetize your video. But still images should be fine, because it's a comment on the still image, and that's covered under Creative Commons, as I recall.
Yeah, and once again, it's always good to have a lawyer in the family, and for your specific issue, or a lawyer as a friend, or go check with somebody, or Google it. But I truly believe that if someone says something really nice about you, if you just bring it up, and here's another tactical tip on videos or testimonials that are written. When somebody says something amazing on the phone, what I'll do is I go, wow, that's really nice. Thank you. Would you mind if we use that on your website? I'll email you that quote, and all you have to do is reply back if you feel it's appropriate. And what I do is as soon as I get off the phone with them, I write down exactly what they said. I go, hey, Dear Bill, thank you so much for saying these kind comments. I've repeated them below to the best of my ability, remembering what you said. Would you mind if we use these on our website? And that's kind of my written permission. Sometimes I'll email them, I'll put quotes. Josh, your service was so helpful. It did this, this, and this. I was confused, but I took this step to hire you, and I'm pretty darn happy I did that. Bill Stevenson, nice. XYZ, title and topic and company. And they'll reply back, it looks amazing, or tweak this. And then there's my get up and go, and I can go post it and so on. So that's my scrappy way of doing it, emailing them while they're still in the window of love, which is 3 minutes to 30 minutes.
Right. So let's get into the actual heart of your content. We showed a lot of your videos. Well, actually a very small number, a very small sample size. And Jerry's curious, how much of your content is full motion video, like somebody like on the screen, and how much is it the slides with the stills, like your Omegle at education videos? Do you have like an actual ratio off the top of your head? Does it matter?
Good question. Let's do this. Let's just go back to the site. Do you mind? It's kind of nerdy. I'd rather just show you guys some of the how we're embedding. If we could go back to that social media assembly page, go back up to the top. Boom. That's one of our highest grossing pages. So if we scroll down right there, first of all, I do this. Look at this news clip right there. Now, rule number 1 on the video. Actually, the most random people teach me the smartest things because they actually aren't in video marketing, but they ask the best questions. This news clip of me on TV in Kansas teaching social media safety, I had a different first frame there, and it showed a news person, but my buddy said, dude, why isn't your face up there? It is so legit, people. And so I changed that frame. I screen grabbed it and put that as the beginning frame. So that's number 1. That's full motion, and that's a testimonial. If somebody trusts me, then right. Here's number 2, another news clip, right? And now the third one actually has nothing to do with full motion. It's how to use Instagram. And if you were to press play on that, you'd see, and you can turn the music on 0. Yeah, perfect. See that call to action in the beginning? We're starting to remove those, but what are we covering? And these are all just actually very fun, little bit of music in the beginning, and then a little bit of call to action. How does it help? All this different stuff. This is actually a lot of text, but there's pictures, and it moves very, very quickly, and it's tightened up so that you can hear voice and pictures, and it goes really, really fast. Should we do this or this? What's better, this, smoking, or this? You guys decide. Boom, and then it goes to the next one. It kind of explains it for 5 seconds, goes to the next one, the next one. So it turns out you don't need full motion video. You just need fun graphics. And by the way, you have free editing software on your PC or Mac. And you can use iMovie, or you can go download on the Microsoft website this other piece of software that I use called Live or whatever. But you see how basic this is? And that was actually the most fancy transition I do, is what do college applicants do? What can they do? And all this stuff. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, if you were to pause that video and scroll down, you'd see that there's a live motion one. I use whatever I can get to help people. So usually, most of our videos, I'd say it's 50-50, but this is me explaining stuff. I give it away. All my speech content I give away.
Now, I actually got a whole bunch of questions from a bunch of people asking if we can go into YouTube real quick and show people how to make these annotations. And I feel like I should take that for you because I can't show you them your YouTube page. But if I go to youtube.com for me and I just go deep inside my channel here at SEMRush, just real fast. If I go to my last webinar, you go down here.
I would love to show them how to make a card. Is that okay? That's a little advanced. There's all kinds of videos out there on how to make annotations, but I want to show you how to make a card. This is cutting edge, people. I want to give you something cool. All right, so here we are. It auto plays the video. Let's pause it real quick. So try not to make a card right in the first 17 seconds. That's just a rough thing. Let's go down to 20 seconds. If you mention something like how segmentation and targeting propel conversations, or let's go down to the end of it when you say thank you and there's a call to action for let's go to the left a little bit, or how about right when there's a call to action for something in the video. There's questions, but before that there's something else. Before the questions, let's go. Yeah, just keep going. Right. Yeah. So
wait. I got it. Okay, we got it.
Perfect. Right there. All right. Let's create a. Okay, you see how you're at 4731 right there? Let's add a card right there. Click add a card. Now, do you want to do an associated website fundraising? I always do an associated website. That's just, you could do it. Yeah, so click enable. Oh, you have to enable it. You may not have that already on, but this may not work for you. Okay, maybe it does. Yeah, and then the associated website should be semrush.com, right?
I'm going to make a webinars page, actually.
Yep, so exactly. Webinars, and then perfect. Now, you might have a little bit of a problem because you have to set this up, and it does take a little longer. But what you do is you add that card, and you can do a call to action and everything. It's really that easy. It does take a little bit of setting up. Once you have it set up once, you'll never have to set it up again. You just go create cards. It's pretty basic, pretty awesome.
Yeah. So like I'm still setting up our annotation system. I've just started. I've been doing webinars for 2 weeks here, so my YouTube optimization isn't up. So you saw that. Get your YouTube optimization up immediately, friends. The sooner you do it, the better you are. It's like a savings account. It builds and builds and builds. So you'll see that from me in the coming weeks. So let's keep. I've got Ryan asked this, and I think there's no answer to this question. But he's curious, what is the optimal time length for a video? And I feel like there is no optimal time length. Whatever you can do, you do it.
Yeah, some people don't even want to watch a 2-minute video. I'd say the optimal time length is 60 seconds to 2 minutes. But some of my videos that are 15 minutes long, that my corporate videos where we teach people how to use MailChimp workflows that are brand new, that's got 900 views, and I have 30 thumbs up and 0 thumbs down. I've never had that kind of engagement where just everybody thumbs up. So it's really all over the board. It's how let me change the question. Josh, how long is the video? I would say how helpful is the video? Put the helpfulness right up front. Put the tip, like we did in this webinar, we put the tips right up front. You need to do this, 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 and this. The more helpful you make your video, the actual length of it doesn't matter quite as much.
Awesome. So I was answering your question for somebody else. I'm listening to you. I'm answering questions in the question tab. Like being a webinar host, you're all over the place. So let's get here. Great webinar. Thank you, Rebecca. Now, here's another optimization question that I'm going to answer real quick, and you can feel free to comment on. But Ross and a whole bunch of others asked, is it helpful to post the transcript of your video in the description area for SEO purposes? I don't think you don't put it in your description. You can actually make it into your closed captioning for the video. And if you put a transcript in your closed captions, if you make a closed caption for all of your videos, Google crawls that, and that helps your optimization, especially if you have keywords in there. But can you speak to that at all, Josh?
Yeah, so sometimes we put a little bit of a little bit of takeaway there. Some of our better videos have a shortened version of it that say, in this video, Josh Oakes walks you through how to do this, this, and this, and he teaches you these 5 key main points. So we don't put the all of the text, but we definitely put a little bit of with some more call to actions and links back to the site, so you can say learn this, and in every one of the videos, my voice is a call to action. You see, it's a great question. I always tell people, if you want to learn more about this, click the links below in the body or in the description of the video, and people go, oh, and they'll go down there. Now, not many people do that, but there's some people that are dying to go to the next step, and I just always say that. I go, look, you can subscribe. Like this video if you really liked it. I put a lot of effort into it, or click the links below to learn more about how you can go to our site and opt in and get this, this, and this. So your voice really is an annotation, a card, a call to action, if you will.
Right. Okay, getting through so many. And if we don't get to we don't get all of these questions today, friends, don't worry. I will send all these questions to Josh, and he can answer them on his own time as well. And I also will be answering these questions to the best of my ability as your webinar host over the next couple of weeks. So don't worry. Here's the thing. Question from Ryan. How many words should be in a YouTube video? How many words specifically? When Google searching, how many words do they look at? So we're asking a very in-depth technical SEO question that's kind of, I'm drawing a blank on. How far down, so I guess so in the description, I guess on the title as well. Remember, your titles should be for people and your URLs should be for Google. So your titles should have no hyphens, it should be spaces. What is Omegle space? But your URL, but you can't really control your YouTube URL, so that's not it. But how many words in your description, that sort of thing.
Once again, I come back to how very helpful can I be to people. I know that's a really tactical, I know that's kind of escaping your answer, but I come up with the best. You will have more success in business, I feel, if you get to the heart of what are the frequently asked questions, the frustrations your customers have. I've got a client that is an electronics OEM distributor, and their biggest frustrations of their clients this quarter is, how do we use Bluetooth low energy to really build these projects out? And so we are focusing their YouTube efforts on Bluetooth low energy. People have the most frustration. They're going to get the most videos, views, and hits. And so we're really focusing there. And yes, it's probably good that we figure that out. But I'd say really help people, even if it's just one paragraph below the video, just help people with the right thing. Don't stuff your keywords. Don't try and game anything. But if you find that crucial question people have, they're going to end up searching for it on Google. And when you genuinely help them, they're going to watch the video and share it with a friend. And the goal is not just that SEO finds it, but also that they find it helpful, they thumbs it up, and then they share it with a friend.
Right. I can dig that. So let's go back to testimonials too as well. I'm an awkward person at heart. I'm really good at talking to people on the internet when you can't see my face, but the minute you see me, I turn into this just completely clumsy fail of a person. And so Michelle has asked us a question that touches on that nerve for me, because this has happened to me in the past when I was a theater producer in South Korea. She asks about our testimonials. Do you preview the videos from customers before putting them live? What if there is something you don't want on your site? So you ask for the testimonial, they're really excited, they start saying something, but then it goes completely rogue on you, and it's something you'd never be able to show on your site. Josh is so swear words great, or something like that. How do you play that game, Josh Oakes? Yeah,
great question. Okay, 2 ways to do it. First of all, just don't show it. Make it a lifestyle. Make it a culture in your company to get testimonials, and you'll have too many of them, and you'll only share the best. That's number one. There are lots of testimonials I don't feel are appropriate, or they just don't answer the question. There's something distracting in the background, or the person's distracting, or something's not right, and it doesn't help me with my business. Even though it was very nice, and even though I just continue to get the testimonial, it doesn't mean I share it. Number 2, if people keep doing this and you have something that somebody is not light, bright, and polite, you can just say, hey, can you be really short, really kind? Here's who we're sharing it with, and put that into your pitch right before they give the testimonial. If you don't mind, just look at the camera, and no need to do this, and right. And also, the way to get around that for whoever asked that question is if somebody compliments you. And they, two things, tell them who they're going to be talking to. Other parents want to know why this is, or other people that are coming to our laundromat want to know why. Families want to know how can they clean up spaghetti that their kid threw across the room and it landed on dad's white shirt before he went to the office, and they're dying to know. And you loved that tip. Can you tell us why you loved it and why you love us? And if you know that you're talking to families, they're going to keep it light, bright, and polite, or polite. And then last, one of the things that really fixes this from the start is make sure that when people are truly in love with you and they say something nice, you catch them right there and go, well, that would look great on my website. Hey, do you mind if we put it on video? And those things tend to, more often than not, give me tons of content that helps my website.
Right. So I lost the question. Where'd you go? Where to go? Where are you, Ebro? You asked an awesome question. There it is. Answering questions for you in the comments as well. Ebro has asked us, what do you do after you publish your videos? Like, what do you do for distribution? Like, you put it on your site, you put it on YouTube. What's next? How do you get this in as many people's hands as possible?
All right, that's a really great question. You put it on your site, you put it on YouTube. Obviously, yeah, the embedding on your site helps. I want you guys to think about something. I have this thing I teach kids. Flood the web with good, wholesome content that helps your company shine online. And that doesn't mean you build one. Did you notice that in the beginning last year, I gave you my raw numbers from 2014 when I launched this kids business. And did you notice how the first 6 months I got very few views, and then all of a sudden things ramped up? Let me tell you the trick there. There is no trick. It's that every day it's a little battle. You just pick up that phone and you create content. You grab your team member, or you grab your sibling or your mom, and you say, Mom, I got to shoot a video today. I mean, I know everybody on this video, that you have a staff of some sort or helpers, but I literally will grab friends and say, today I want to shoot a social media safety video. I'll go grab other moms and interview them and ask, how can I create more content? It's a weekly battle, just a march. Create a video every week, and slowly your videos get more views because they get discovered, because you're flooding the internet with good, wholesome, helpful content. So there is no trick to getting one video viewed. Everybody in entertainment here in Los Angeles has that question. And my old school marketing technique is, for every musician out there that wants to get discovered, even though I don't help usually those types of clients, is I give them tips. I go, look, you need to make a video a week. You need to give away all of your raw content. You need to never worry about someone stealing your ideas. You need to have 1 million ideas and share them on the web. Eventually, you will be the most successful person. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but Justin Bieber, whether you like him or not, his mom put all of his practice sessions and his musical performances on the web, and that's how he was discovered. He didn't try and make it big with one. He flooded the internet, or his mother did, flooded the internet with his content, and now he's an international sensation. Probably not the best example for your kids, but he's all over the web, which got him picked up. And the same thing can happen for just about anyone. Every week, you should be making a video. And it should be frequently asked questions. It should be short. It should be scrappy. Come up with a couple rules. Don't be worried to break them. Put them out there. When you hit 40 to 50 videos, you'll start to see one of them really take off. And that really is the number that I have. Every 40 videos that we make, one of them goes, whoa, 15,000 views. You'll get better at it, and you'll slowly just start to get more videos that take off.
Okay, and we're starting to round down these questions here a bit, so thanks so much for sticking with us so long, Josh. I think this question answers itself a little bit. Jeannie asks, do you recommend linking your YouTube account to Google AdWords and Analytics? Doesn't YouTube have its own internal analytics that are the same as YouTube and Google and AdWords?
I do recommend linking. Take every opportunity that you have available to you. And we do dive into YouTube Analytics and look at some neat stuff, and we dive into Google Analytics and look at some neat stuff. But when we're looking at our site and the behaviors on our site and the attribution of where people came from, that's why you want them linked, and you want to look into Google Analytics. But inside of YouTube, we see engagement. We see what upsets people in our annotations and stuff. Link them. If you have a free offer from Google to tie something together, to look at your data, do it early, do it often, and then in a year from now, if you go in and look at it, the systems are connected. You don't have to think about it anymore. It ends up being really helpful. We, as online marketers, need to take every option available to us, especially if it's free, and use all this data in the long run.
Right. Okay. And last question. I've been answering a lot of them in the actual comments themselves, but Brittany, one last point. Getting down to it, she feels like Google finding your video will help if you have the right tags in your video. Are tags just as important as having good keywords in your description?
Yeah, and I've talked to some people that have a million followers, literally subscribers. They have 1 million subscribers, and here's what they say. And first of all, they create a lot of content. That's key.
Right.
And number two, in their tag, or in their little meta tags that you can't see down there, they're very careful. They don't throw too many tags in. They're very careful on the topic, because you can't game Google. So if we're helping somebody with dry cleaning and teaching them how to get rid of stains, you don't put a fashion and clothing. You instead put spaghetti stain, or dry cleaning tips, or stain removal, stuff like that. That's very targeted to the video to teach people how to get rid of the spaghetti stain. If you just put too much like fashion, you don't want people that are looking for fashion to come to your video, and Google will go, you're competing with the world. Why not just make it targeted? So be very careful with those little tags.